Alright guys, we're here on my game that I like to play on my phone, Dirt Trackin' 2. A little change of plans from what we normally get into, but figured I'd take this opportunity to show you guys a couple things. And, um, you know, obviously you guys know I'm a big racing fan, and I race flat track motorcycles, and, obviously working on the racing go-kart there. I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you guys some different things about dirt track racing. Um, you know, this is probably as close as we're going to get to a racetrack for the time being. But, what you're going to see in this game is, very similar to what you might see in, the go-kart races. Okay, so we're going to get into it. 35 lap feature, racing a super late model on Brownstown Speedway. We're going to start off with a qualifying time trial that will determine my starting position in the heat race. And what you're going to see is that I'm really going to try to stick to the bottom here of the track during qualifying, and make a couple bobbles here and there in qualifying, getting used to the setup on this track. But I'm going to, like I said, go over some terminology involved with racing, and really what I'm going to try to do here is stick to the bottom of the track, which is, you can see that shiny, smooth area there. That's the groove. I'll talk more about that in just a second here. So the groove is that shiny, smooth area, and essentially what happens is rubber gets laid down on the track, throughout the day, and as that happens, the track, takes on that rubber and develops a nice, sticky area where there's a decent amount of traction. And now the only thing is, well, as the day goes on, that groove might go away. We might lose that groove, and it might become really dry and slick. So we might have to hop outside of that and go to what's known as the cushion. The cushion is just the part of the track where nobody's really raced yet, and there's still a lot of moisture in the track. And as there's moisture in the track, that allows us to have some traction, some bite. So I'll try to give you some more examples of some other racing lines as we move along here. Okay, so we'll jump into the heat race next. 10 laps. Now this time I'm going to be racing against other people. Again, we're going to try to race as conservatively as we can, staying on that groove. Try not to hop off that groove too much. So doing a pretty good job here, staying on the bottom. As we go along here, the heat race, I'm in first place, really, just kind of cruising out here. But the idea is that, as we get into the feature, there's going to be more cars, more laps, more opportunity for passing to occur. So I might have to hop out of that racing line of the groove a little bit. We can, as you see, run the middle a little bit here. I'm jumping outside just a little bit, just to see what it's like up top there. And obviously, as you run up top, you run the risk of, blowing the cushion and hopping off the top side of the track. Or vice versa, going down too low and and smacking off of one of the tires on the inside of the track. So it's kind of a balance of, finding traction, finding bite, finding the quickest line around the track, but not pushing it over the edge. And so, as I said, obviously as we move into the feature here, we're going to get a good starting spot. So I imagine that we won't run into too many cars here for a little while, but once we get into that lap traffic, or say I make a mistake and I spin out and I got to race back and make some passes, I'm going to have to make some different moves, and there's some different lines that you can take. You can either come into the corner high and cut the corner off at the apex of the corner and straighten out that straightaway, or straighten out that corner, or I can come in low, get underneath somebody, slide up in front of them and take away their line. In dirt track racing, that's known as a slide job. That works as long as you're clear of that car that you're trying to pass. So we'll get into the feature here in just a second, and we'll get back to racing. So again, we're going to try to race conservatively here towards the beginning of the race, and as we get into some lap traffic, we're in it for the long haul here with 35 laps, but as we get into some lap traffic, we might have to jump out of that racing line a little bit. So we might play around with finding some bite up top, seeing what that's like. At this point, I'm just trying to make smooth, fast, consistent laps. The more consistent your laps are, the faster you're going to be. It's not always about pushing and pushing and pushing to try to go faster. It's being consistent. If you're consistent, you're not going to mess up. You're going to have faster lap times. We can just start to see some lap traffic up ahead. We'll catch up to them certainly much before the end of the race here. So I can already tell that they're pretty much running either, kind of split lines here, either towards the bottom or kind of towards the top. So we're going to have to do a little bit of jostling for position here. Try to split these two. Yeah, got by that guy. Have to switch up to the top side. Give him a little bump, let him know we're there, and slide up underneath him. Again, having to run the top side, they're all kind of bunched up towards the bottom. Was able to get underneath him there. Slide job. Oh, bump that guy a little bit. Get into a little bit of clean air here. And around we go. So again, if you're not clear of that person that you're passing, their front end is going to catch your rear end and spin you out. Running that top side. Seems to be working. Get around these guys, we'll get into some clean air. About 15 laps to go at this point. I can pretty much run the outside here and get around these guys, but as you've seen, you might have to get up underneath them, slide up under them, and take away their racing line. Switch back to the bottom here, race a little bit conservative, hopefully for the last 10 laps or so. Give you guys a little different picture of what's going on here with the car. A little different view. Ten laps to go. I'm going to run into some lap traffic again here a little bit. Yeah, we blew the cushion a little bit there. Ran a little too high. Gonna have to dump that guy to get him out of my way. Really was trying to go up underneath him, but really know where to go. About 2 laps left. Try to race as consistently and conservative as I can here. And there we go. Okay, so hopefully you guys got something out of that. We'll catch you later.